Hey guys, today's episode is about creating success from failure. And what I mean by that is looking at your failure as a learning experience, not as a all means to an end. So what I mean by that, let's take a look back on some stories in my life to help you move forward in your life. I don't talk a lot about this, so this is going to be new. This is going to be therapeutic for me, if you might say. So let's say 11 years ago, I met a woman named Monica. I had a great 11-year relationship with Monica. I had a lot of good things happen in that relationship. I met a lot of good people. I have met a lot of lifetime friends in that scenario. But unfortunately, there were some issues between us. It just didn't work out. And in my life, the way I was raised, the way I was in religion, and the way I was raised by my parents and my grandmother was that when you say you do forever. You work through your issues, you try to get through the struggles of a relationship and stuff like that. But just in today's society, in today's world, that's not always the case. We tried very hard to make it work, and we ended it in a respectful way. We both agreed that it just wasn't working and that we needed to go out and experience life in our own ways. She's very successful in her life right now. She's met a man and she's getting married. I am very successful right now in my life. I've met a wonderful woman who I love very much, who has made me a better man. And what I mean by that, she's made me remember who I am and made me remember why I used to smile so much. So, and I want to say, behind every strong man is a strong woman, and Kristen Marie is that for me. She's a very strong woman, and she's very motivational. No matter what she does in life, she puts her whole heart into it, and it's beautiful watching that, and it inspires me to do this, I used to stream I was an influencer, so this is my way of doing this again because I enjoyed it. She wanted me to do it again. I met Kristen through streaming, and I stopped doing it once I picked up this new job that I have. And what I mean by new job is, a couple years ago after my divorce, I was very depressed. I was very low on myself. I was doing things that I probably shouldn't have done. I was doing things that a lot of people shouldn't have done. But you go through those. Nobody could tell you how to grieve. Nobody can tell you how pain is. The worst pain in your life is losing someone that's still living, if that makes sense. Because when somebody passes away, you can grieve and you know that they've gone on to a better place, they've gone on to heaven. But when someone you've lost who is alive, it's very hard to grieve that. It's very hard to see them smiling with somebody else. It's very hard. So you get through that in your own way. And Kristen, through streaming, helped me bring that out. I met her through I used to stream on an app called Meet Me. And I created success on Meet Me. I made over $3,000 on the side to help me pay off medical bills and stuff like that through streaming. So I created success. That was one way I created success. And I do want to go back to that, but right now I think with the final dish is another way for me to express myself and teach people at the same time through my experiences. So back to the job. When I was depressed, I worked for Westminster Canterbury. It was a great job. It was a learning experience. Wasn't really what I wanted to do because I'm a chef at heart. And working there is not really being a chef. It's being a push button, somebody who just does what he's told. And that's not a healthy environment for any chef. A chef likes to be creative. A chef likes to be invent new dishes, create new recipes, look at old recipes, look at old dishes and create and make them their own. For instance, for Mother's Day, we're doing beet Wellington. This is a dish that's been around, has beef Wellington many years. It's only newly became beet Wellington. It's a vegetarian style of beef Wellington where you take a beet, you boil it, you peel it, you put a mushroom pate around it, you put the pastry dough around it, and you bake it in the oven just like you would a beef Wellington, but it's a vegetarian style dish. So that's a little bit of my creativity I'm bringing to Mother's Day. But back to the Westminster. I lost my job there. I thought it was the end. I started getting down on myself again, but I was already, me and Kristen had just moved into a new house. I was very stressed, and then something fell into my lap. And this is where I'm saying you can create success from failure. So with the success that I found after leaving Westminster was that I had two people come into my life and tell me that they were looking for an executive chef. These two people I used to work for now had a luck of the draw and were reopening a current place called the Wayside Inn. Now, I worked for them for over a year, helping them create a new style of the Wayside Inn, and it worked very well at first. It was very good. We had a great time. They had a great time. They moved on. Kristen actually came on to be the GM, and we moved it even further into the future. Now Wayside Inn is back on the map. It's doing great. We got a lot of events coming. They took success out of failure and turned it around. Now we are booked up every weekend. We have bands every weekend. There's not a day where we don't do at least 800 to 900 in sales. There's not a day where we're not having a lot of people coming through the door telling us how great the food is, how great the atmosphere is. So I believe that we've created a successful place out of a failure, and I think that's awesome. But on a personal level, to create success from failure, when you're down on yourself, when you're kicking the rocks, when you're drinking too much, when you're smoking too much, when you're just down on yourself and you feel like there's nothing ever going to bring you out of that, I want you to take a moment and just sit there and look at all the positives in your lives. Look at all the people who are around you who love and support you. Because that's what I had to do. I had to sit down and I had to say, okay, my mom and dad are here for me. They love me. They took me back in their house after my divorce. They took me back and helped me out financially after some dumb decisions I made. All those things, they really helped me out. So what I'm trying to say is it's not the end, okay? Your failure is not the end. It's the beginning of your success. Keep moving, keep doing what you love, keep being the person you are, and you will find success. Always keep a smile on your face. Always try to be positive, because no matter what situation you're in, there's a light at the end of that tunnel. And no matter what struggles you're facing, there's always someone facing those same struggles. That's why there's a quote that Elvis Presley used to say before his concerts sometimes that I love very much. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Help your brothers and sisters along the way, because at the end of the day, the same God that made them made you too. And what that basically means is help everybody you can, because at the end of the day, you never know when you're going to need that help. And you never know when that help's going to be returned. A positive that happened to me this week was, I've been working at the Wayside Inn for 2 years now, and I haven't had a computer. I haven't had anything that I could type on other than my cell phone when I'm doing things there. And a real, very kind individual by the name of Vince Wilson, who is a musician, he does magic shows and stuff like that, gave me his old Chromebook, and it put a smile on my face. And that's just one kind gesture, man, that put a smile on my face. And now I can type on a computer and send stuff quickly, and it just added so much. It's amazing how one thing can change so much in your life, and whether it's a computer, whether it's a smile, or whether it's just watching this video today. So guys, that's my final dish for the day, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you've learned something from my experiences, and I hope that you continue to come back, and I hope that we can have adventures together. This is going to be a great experience for the both of us. It's not only going to be always about me talking about motivational things and stuff like that. There are going to be times where I'm just at a restaurant or something like that, and I want to come on and introduce the menu of that restaurant or something like that, and we'll see that too. So that was the final dish today, guys. Have a good day.